Listen, buddy, I'm not going to be around when the Armenians take over the world.
Who the hell wants you? Now let's go look at.
I'll bet I know more about Armenians than you do.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the podcast. I'm your host, Levon, Muradian, and this is Lost in Hollywood. This is episode 13, and we've been gone for a couple of years or so. And speaking of that, I have a special guest here today. It's actually my wife. As she's right here in the camera. So why did I want to have my wife on the podcast first as a return? Well, I've been hanging out with her mostly for the past few years, and I'm married. We went through a lot of growth with one another.
Very true.
Understanding one another to get to the point where we feel comfortable with one another to be as free as possible with one another, right? That's the main goal between two people in a relationship.
Yeah, that's the main goal between a husband and wife.
As you notice, Luisa is sitting on my side of where
It's my good side. I told him that's why.
So obviously you have to appease the women, and
Always.
makes your life a little bit easier. As in my life, I'm talking about myself clearly, and every other man out there. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You know, the past few years I've been just in this different transition in my life when it comes to the creativity aspect of everything. I'm known as a fashion photographer, editorial photographer in the aspect of, you know, I shoot half naked women as a living, or was past tense, more so than anything. I did. So, and I knew getting into this relationship with her, she didn't feel too comfortable with me doing all that stuff.
Yeah, but who would, I guess? I had, I didn't know anybody who ever did that, obviously. It was a new experience. I guess knowing someone who did that, especially on a romantic level. But obviously with time, he showed me who he was, and obviously got through all of that. And
All of that was a lot to get through.
Yeah.
And especially in between our families. No offense, I'm not trying to stir the pot or anything like that. But from my experience in being, coming into your side of the family, and then you also coming on my side of the family, it's a very different dynamics on both ends. We are both traditionally coming from an Armenian cultural background. So, yeah, I had a different conversations with you earlier in the stage of our career about all these things, and so did you with your certain family members as well. So, not to say too much about all that stuff, but we went through
7 years ago, 2018. We met in February.
So you guys do the math about age towards me, not towards her. She's a young woman.
Very.
So, going back to why we are back here, or why I'm back here, I feel like this is a great place to be able to really express yourself as somebody who's intelligent and have intelligent conversations with different types of people from different walks of life. I feel like I am able to have different conversations. I'm not trying to boast upon myself or anything like that, but I feel like I am capable of having deep conversations with people. That's what I think.
I agree.
So many people that were like, what happened? Where the hell did you go?
Everybody's been asking because they love listening to his podcast. From my almost 1-year-old grandfather to just random people we even, not random, but people we haven't seen in a long time, and we see them and, they make a comment, hey, what happened to your podcast? And, you're kind of taken back because you're like, wow, this person listens to my podcast, and I'm like, yeah, you
thought-
never know.
I think this is, to a certain extent, maybe this is how I felt. I thought this was irrelevant. Like,
It's not irrelevant. There's so many, I'm sorry, stupid podcasts out there that people listen to. There's podcasts about so many different topics. I think you'll always find somebody who wants to listen to whatever you're saying, right? They're niche. Well, not that this is a niche podcast,
it
but
could be a niche podcast.
it can. But I think in the past, you invited so many different people. Obviously, they do different things and all that. So
That might be a little too much for her, whatever I'm pouring here.
I'm not much of a whiskey
Here,
drinker.
let's switch.
I love my margaritas.
There you go. Let's switch it out. That's not for you.
Just have a little bit. Oh, and then by the way, we have our dog with us, Ellie. Ellie, my sweet girl. It's her first time in the studio, so she's feeling so awkward. My Ellie, my sweet girl. This is Ellie, Eleanor. We call her Goozies. I call her Moso, Mosik. Random names that
Very
yeah.
beautiful, very beautiful.
She's so sweet, but she's a little anxious right now. So
This is a foreign place for her because
Yeah.
she's never been down here, but she's a sweetheart of a girl, and everybody loves her. And Ellie is the official mascot of Lost in Hollywood. So she's out of here. So going back to the conversation, the conversation we were having with one another about working with one another. Well, this is the first time she felt comfortable enough to do this because I don't think she enjoys being on camera specifically.
I don't like being a center of attention. I don't like being on camera. I think most people don't. I don't know. But I said, I'll do it for you. And I mean, we're here today. The first guest, his season 2 podcast.
Season 2 episode.
Season 2.
Should we call it season 2
Season
episode
2
1?
episode 1.
So we start brand new, fresh. The
Just
first
like
season.
all the shows, the seasons.
Speaking of shows, so we're going to transition I'm going to transition into it. But let me clarify this. I'm back, so I'm going to have different guests on here. We're going to have all different types of conversations, from businessmen to creatives to just me just being on here on a weekly basis, hopefully as allotment of time allows me to, because where I am now in my life, I became a corporate show. I've transitioned from being an independent creative to working for a corporate brand.
Welcome to the corporate world. No. He hates it.
I hate it deeply.
It's not for him, but I always tell him everything is temporary, right?
That's true, but the thing is, even if I wanted to get rid of myself from my position, it'd be very difficult to do so because I do it so well. Because whatever I do, I'd like to do it full ass, let's call it. I don't like doing half-ass stuff. That's why I revise a podcast. As you see the angle from Luisa's end, we have a brand new neon sign where I should be sitting, clearly, but she was not comfortable sitting on this side because it's not her good side.
My good side is my left side. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, so going back to shows, going back to the seasons. So lately, let me explain one thing about Luisa. She is a binge watcher.
I am. I love binge watching. Not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I have a life, but in my free time, kind of, I love watching shows. I'm more of a show person than a movie person. I love binge watching. I love when, I start on a show and there's like 20 episodes on every season, so I know I can watch episode after episode after episode.
Listen.
Yeah.
Some of the shows are great. I'll watch them. But some of them are so terrible.
Like what? I'm not talking about reality. I haven't watched reality TV in the last couple of months.
There isn't, because they're not in season. That's why.
No, that's not true. I've been watching. I don't remember what shows, but
I'll tell you the things that you and I have watched together.
Yeah, the last couple months.
Being someone who appreciates and understands the background of filmmaking and storytelling. three shows that come to mind in three different genres that are
Very different.
very different, and they all hit on the things that I enjoy, which
Okay.
we both have enjoyed actually.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm going to start with the goofiest one, and the funniest one is the ever Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones.
With John Goodman,
Yes.
Danny McBride
On HBO.
on HBO, and Walter Goggins.
Not sponsored.
I wish it was sponsored. Jesus Christ. Great show about
Funny.
a televangelist family.
Yes,
who are
they
very
own
well-
a mega church.
Yeah, they're a mega church
Yeah.
that their father started, and they're just, Nepo baby, like spoiled mid to late 40s,
Mm-hmm.
late 30s to 40s.
Like babies,
Man-
like
man,
man,
children.
women, child, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I would say it's like stupid funny, but it's watchable. I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny. I don't know. It's a nice watch if you want to just watch something to laugh.
It's
a good
very,
time.
very lighthearted.
Very lighthearted. It's
but
not serious.
It's not at all. It's really kind of stupid funny
Yeah, as I said, stupid.
because it's absurd.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
It's
Crazy the stuff they say and do. You're like,
Highly absurd. Highly
there's no
absurd.
way there's people like this out in the world.
You'd be surprised. there is, I've met people like that. And not televangelists, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
man, woman, children
Yeah.
who are adults, but they have never grown up ever in their
Mm-hmm.
life. So there is that. Number two, I have to say it's The Pit.
Yeah. So I love medical shows. Like I used to watch Grey's Anatomy. I also have watched The Pulse. It's on Netflix and a couple other shows like Nurse Jackie with
Edie Falco. from The
Very
Sopranos.
another very very good show. But yeah, The Pit. I was surprised he watched it with me because he gets very squirmy because they show a lot of gruesome things on this show. It's pretty accurate.
I'm not a huge fan
Yeah.
of health related shows because I think the one thing that is very, very traumatic to me, like I think I get PTSD from, is medical related things. And that just comes from, I guess, experiences of personal family things that have happened where I get anxiety from things of that
Most
nature.
people do. I still do too.
But I thoroughly watched it, and at one point I thought that I even told her.
I want to be a doctor, a nurse.
I said, I was like, how can I start to be a nurse and be a nurse?
You have a long way to go.
Yeah, dude. By the time I become a nurse or nurse practitioner, I'll be probably in my late 50s at this point.
But it's a good show, and from what I understand, it's very, very accurate. Whenever I do like. Whoever is a nurse that I've spoken to, like, is very accurate. That's what happens today in the ER, etc.
Right.
So I think it's one of the more realistic shows. Like, obviously, Grey's Anatomy wasn't as realistic, and it's not about like there's no love affair in it, if that makes sense. It's about the doctors and the patients,
And I mean, there's also
healthcare.
And then you also notice the different personalities of each doctor
Yeah.
or nurse or what have you, and it's really, really it plays with your heart in the aspect of
Yeah, it could be
how-
sad.
They could be sad, and you can see what kind of piece of shit people that really show up in
Yeah.
emergency rooms. That no matter how much you're trying to help
yeah.
them, they take advantage of it.
Yeah, and the things the nurses and doctors go through because, we walk in as patients in the hospital. I work at a hospital, but I'm in clerical where I'm in HR, but so I don't see it.
So,
But
she's the one who gives you the right.
yeah, but when we walk in as patients, I think you're so focused on, oh, I brought my mom, or I'm here for myself. Like I want to get care. You don't realize that maybe the nurse or doctor that's seeing you has had such a long day or a hard day, and
They're burned out.
they're burned out. So they might be a little snappy or whatnot, and
Again, this
and then we
is-
may react, right, which is normal because you
When was
want the
that?
best care.
When was the last time I went to the emergency room?
In January, he was bedridden.
I would look like Marlon Brando in The Godfather. My face was so swollen. I woke up and in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my
He thought
god.
he was dying. We both had gotten sick. You
had
got influenza.
influenza,
Yeah. We both took it really bad, but then he woke up in the middle of the night and he had like this, his lymph nodes were so swollen. It was like a golf ball. So I said, let's go to the ER. So we did.
And why I mentioned that is, I went to the ER, but going back to that series, The Pit, you sitting there, you see how fast everything moves in the emergency room. Obviously, they want money first in certain places. Glendale Adventist is one of them who literally told me you need to pay $1,000 to be deductible right away before we can even see you. But they did a bunch of testing on me. Long story short,
He was fine.
I was fine. It took us some time for that.
Yeah, they gave
swelling to
him
go down.
antibiotics and such.
Yeah.
So,
A great show.
good show.
It was a great show. It's very, very like I don't know. Let me go back to saying this. Like I really felt for them, you know. So that's number 2. The third one is called
Neighbors and Friends
with John Hamm.
It's on Apple TV. It's fairly new. I believe there's only been 4 episodes out. Started early April.
Yeah.
Very, very good show. I randomly came upon it. I hadn't heard nothing about it. Usually I see some things on TikTok, but I didn't.
It will be on TikTok.
Yeah,
very
it's
shortly.
with John Hamm, Olivia Munn. I forgot the other girl's name, but very good show. Very witty, a lot of sarcasm. So
It's right up my alley.
yeah, Levon likes it. Levo.
That's what she calls me.
Levo, and that stayed from my little cousin Hike, who was about 2 or 3 years old, and he couldn't say Levon, so he would say Levo.
Levo. So now she calls me Levo.
Yeah.
And it's stuck. And she also calls me other things. That's, when she's
Levick.
upset, don't ever. No, there's other things too, but it's not appropriate for her to say here because I have not bothered her just yet, or I have annoyed her. Hey, listen, that's.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, excuse me.
I'm kidding.
I enjoyed the show in the aspect of because he gives a great John Hamm, and when the show starts, he's narrating about the lifestyle of the rich and wealthy hedge fund or financial advisors, etc. Because that's what he is. Which transitions with him losing his job
Yeah.
because of him sleeping with a younger woman, but that was not the cause. The cause was his boss just wanted him out because he wanted his book.
And just found a
his
way.
book of clients, which is
Yeah.
a multi-million-dollar book, which him transitioned into going into his friends' homes while he's
stealing his watch.
watches and jewelry. And
Maybe
money.
people are going to watch this show, so don't explain all of it.
Okay, that's more than enough. It's a great show. Highly recommend it as a person who really enjoys storytelling, narration, cinematography. Everything is on point in that show, and it's already been renewed for a second season, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard,
Yeah.
which is great.
So those are the shows that have been really.
For him, but I've watched many more in between. I just finished another one, Happy Face.
Oh, dude, with Dennis Quaid. Actually, I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's very sick. It's very sick.
That's on Paramount. It's about it's a true inspired by a true story. About the Happy Face killer, serial killer, and follows his daughter. And all that stuff.
He's a manipulative man.
Yeah, but I think it's good.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid, again, Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, from
all the-
Parent Trap.
I mean, okay. I mean, maybe that's as close to it. That's with
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan has a brand new facelift.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever that.
She made a comeback.
She made a comeback. The doctor that did that to her helped her get come back to exactly who the hell she is. Let's put it that way. So let's go back to you and I getting with one another, growing with one another in our relationship. At a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think the difficulty level of marriage is for someone? Elliot
keeps crying. Difficulty of marriage.
So maybe we could give some a point of view from our end. As I'm not trying to say we're the most youthful relationship.
Yeah.
But for all the girls and boys out there who are really looking for someone or are with someone who they're like, well, I can't stand her, I can't stand him. But you have to understand us understanding one another's our personality or personalities is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah. For our marriage, I would say it's difficult. 5?
5 out of
4?
4
This is saying we don't have kids
yet.
Correct. So kids make things a lot difficult for people. You spend much less time together. Your priorities change. Right now, it's you and I. The dog is very low maintenance, right? So it's easier.
Sure, our dog is
Very low maintenance. And it's a dog
by luck.
at the end of the day. Yeah. So, no, I wouldn't say it's difficult. I think it's very important to choose someone who you understand, who understands you. As Levon said, you grow together. You don't marry someone to change them, right? Meaning,
True.
if he does something you don't like it has to be something major. You're not there to change his ways or his personality, I should say, not ways. Little things are fine, obviously, but you have to grow together at the same level, or else if you go apart, that's when it becomes a problem.
Okay, let me ask you this one real quick. At a scale of 1 to 10, in regards to my personality, how difficult of a personality do I have?
You could be a 6 or a 7,
On a good
depending. He could be very stubborn in his ways. I think part of it being a Leo. I have a lot of my parents are Leos. Levon's mom is a Leo. There's a lot of Leos in my life, and they're stubborn. I'm a Capricorn, not really stubborn like that. So, but yeah, he could be stubborn, but I think it's important he doesn't keep a grudge. I don't either. If we do have an argument, we try to talk about it before we go to bed. I don't like holding on to things I never have. I don't like to sleep upset. I don't like not talking to somebody who lives in the same home as me.
And I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
So, what else? What do you mean?
So I'll tell you. She's right. I am a stubborn Leo. If you're trying to put in your horoscope and that you're born, whatever you want to call it, yes. I grew up that way. I have a very strong personality. I want to do things. I'm very curious about so many different things in my life that I want to really expand on my knowledge. I want to expand on the things that I don't know about. This is another reason why I wanted to do something like this. For years, I've been doing this on and off. I'm always curious. And the thing is, what I find curious is not something that she finds curious.
We're very different in that way.
That's for sure.
Which is fine. I mean, how boring would it be if we're the same person? We have the same likes and dislikes.
But I'll tell you one thing. You become much more
blunt.
Much more outspoken.
Yeah, which is great for me. I've always been a shy person. Whoever knows me knows that. Very to myself, shy. As I said, don't like being the center of attention. I don't like to be noticed in a room. So, that's not me.
I don't care. But the thing is, I'm glad that maybe a little bit of that soaked into her and a little bit of her humility has soaked into me.
Yeah.
I've actually calmed down a lot. I've toned it down a lot throughout the years. When you first met me, how much more...
Oh, you were out there. Which is fine. I think I was very taken back, but also intrigued by that. That's why I also kept pursuing, vice versa.
She's the one who pursued, apparently. Okay,
you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's been almost 4 years.
4 years, almost 4
We got
years,
married in 2021, October 8th. So almost 4 years in October. It's been fun.
Purpose, by the way. Numerology wise, if you're into it, number 8.
Yeah.
It's about money.
I love October too. So
October is a great month. It's great. You guys say, we've seen that episode of when Tony Soprano says,
"Oh yeah,
you smell it? It smells like Halloween."
It smells like Halloween. I love the fall fall months. October. Well, in California, but weather-wise, it's not always so cold.
Well,
but
that's true.
Yeah, I do love September. October, November, early October. It's nice. November,
nice.
Love, Thanksgiving.
The smell of burning wood in the air.
Me too. I love when I step outside and I'm like, do you smell it? People have their chimneys on or fireplaces on.
That's the smell of Halloween.
I love Halloween. I love Thanksgiving, as I said.
We love the holidays.
I love the
obviously,
holidays.
because that leads to number one. You gather with family members that you enjoy spending time with. You get to eat, drink. Clearly, I mean, this is what is this? What month is this?
April. It's April 27th.
It's the April 27th. It's the end of April. We're going into May. It's gonna be May. JT, throw a JT meme up here somewhere. Throw in The Sopranos. Tony saying that as he's walking down with Christopher in the middle of the night. Christopher. That's another show that
love Sopranos too.
Yeah, I've seen The Sopranos. Obviously, in regards to age, I'm a little bit older than Luisa, so I grew up binge watching Sopranos when it was actually on TV every Sunday, and everybody was infatuated with that show. It was good. Everybody thought they were a gangster.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's like that, right?
Yeah, but
we watch it every year, every fall-ish, or Halloween. It could be a background show at this point for me because I've watched it more than twice from season 1 to 8. Is it 8? 6. Oh my god, 6.
There's actually 6 seasons, but
the part 1 and 2.
There's 2 parts. Yeah. So in reality, you could call it 7 seasons. But
who's your favorite character?
Sil.
Oh, Sil.
Silvio Dante. Because
Silvio.
Do a Sil impression. I like Tony Soprano.
I like Uncle Jude. I love Uncle Jude. He makes me laugh.
He said, "What do you want to do? Make sure you get shit in the hat." Yeah.
I like Uncle Jude. I do like Carmela. The acting is really good on Edie Falco's part, so I like her.
Well, at the time she won an Emmy, so did James Gandolfini. But without James Gandolfini, that show could not happen. I know. God rest that man's soul. He has some other great movies and that he's in. The Mexican, The Last General. What else was he in? There's one movie, I forget the title of it, but it's with Ben Affleck. It's so dumb, but he's a dad of the girl that he's dating, and it's during Christmas time. So it's a Christmas movie. But in The Mexican, he plays a gay hitman. Amazing film. And The Last General, he's a military warden.
Never seen it.
It's only him. Sopranos. And really, that's it.
With him, yeah, I haven't seen anything else.
I think it's more niche. Oh, and Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt. That's another great one. But yeah, Sopranos is a binge watch. It's a background show for her. A background show for me. Top 3 background shows. Let's go. Besides Sopranos, you take it out there.
I don't know. For me, Friends could. I know you don't like Friends, and I mean you wouldn't. Friends could be a background. It is sitcom. I love sitcoms.
I do too.
Nowadays there isn't really any sitcoms. Friends and Modern Family.
Hey,
good show.
Anything with Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, it's a funny show.
Great show.
I love Phil.
Another show that is a background type of show for me. One for me it goes back to the late 90s. I just will tell you how old I am. Is Married with Children.
I never watched that.
She never watched it, but I did. I watched it religiously, and I found it hilarious. And it was with Ed O'Neill and Katie Sagal. Katie Sagal, who was also in Sons of Anarchy.
Another good show.
Another great show. Sad show.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
I mean, throughout when...
Yeah, they go through a lot.
But that's what I think good storytelling is. Kurt Sutter, who she's married to now. Yeah. And yeah,
that's a good show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Another background show for you besides Friends?
Friends. Well, I said Modern Family could be one. I do like I love Gilmore Girls, another background show. But again, it's a fall show for me. It reminds me of the holidays because of the town they live in.
Gilmore Girls is on my house.
Not all the time.
Every fall.
I like Gilmore Girls.
She's on the phone with her friend Marie.
Marie, love you, Marie Herbabikian.
She's also a great wedding coordinator.
Yeah, shout out Marie. Planning LA. Handle is at Planning LA.
Yes, and we shall be having cocktails very soon.
Yeah.
If you don't know one thing about me, let me tell you one thing about me. I enjoy a nice cocktail.
I I do too, to a certain extent. I do too.
Luisa says I enjoy it a little too much.
You do.
I do.
On the weekend, too much.
On the weekend. Throughout the week, not a chance.
No, we don't drink
Very rarely.
like
I might
that.
have a beer, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not a beer girl. I only drink beer 2 places. When we go to Korean barbecue and sushi, I enjoy sake and beer.
Hot sake.
Yeah, hot sake and beer.
Which was just
Friday.
Past Friday.
When-
Okay. Korean barbecue, all-time sides, favorites.
That's
What's your
so
favorite?
random. I love kimchi. I mean, that's number one. I love kimchi. Their kimchi specifically at Okuk in Koreatown in LA. I love their kimchi. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a spicy side with jalapenos and cucumbers. Anna loves it too. My cousin Anna.
Yeah.
We always get extras.
Whatever it's called, we don't know the
know
actual
what it's
name of
called.
it, but it's excellent. It's like this soy sauce, cucumber.
Spicy with like sambal or something.
No, it's actually gochujang.
Gochujang,
Gochujang,
yes.
Korean chili
Like gochujang,
flake.
yeah.
Gochujang is the paste format of that. So it's tossed in that with, I think, sesame oil and
delicious.
vinegar. One thing you have to know about her and I, we love Asian genre.
And
food.
cuisine. I love sushi. I love Korean barbecue. Thai food. Oh, Chinese food is my number one. Obviously, it's heavier, but I love Chinese food. I grew up eating it. If anybody remembers, Levon does not like this place. There used to be some place called
used
Gourmet
to.
88 in Burbank on San Fernando and Palm.
And in Glendale, on Colorado.
I haven't really been to the Glendale one, but me and my family would always go to Gourmet 88. Maybe it was more nostalgic. It was good at the time, but unfortunately it closed down like a year or two ago. So
More. It's been
yeah,
almost 3
you're
years.
right. Yeah, 3 years. So
So
it's
Gourmet 88
nostalgic.
had amazing orange chicken.
Yeah, it's like super crunchy. It's not like panda orange chicken.
Yeah, it was small bits.
Yeah, it was very
They
good.
were very, very good. But the downfall of that place was they stopped caring about the customer.
Yeah, most places after a while.
I mean, I think you assume people are now gonna,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what the price is, they're gonna pay. That's the downfall of that place: the customer service and the quality of the
Yeah,
food.
and that's why they closed it down. I remember we would go up until
The last time we went,
5 years ago, maybe
With-
we
with
went
me?
with my family. We never gone alone.
I went.
think.
The last time we went was you, me, your grandmother,
Yeah, Pam.
Pam, your brother, and your brother's wife.
Yeah, Iris. So we went there, and we have a photo. It's at my parents' house on our piano.
And we just said
It was someone's birthday.
It was her birthday.
My grandma's birthday.
Her brother said that's her birthday.
Yeah, he always does that.
He just did it at the Greek Bistro in Glendale.
Yeah.
Actually, a very great place.
Very good,
Highly
very
recommend
pretty. Yeah, it's a nice place for lunch.
it. Food's delicious.
Good service.
A little expensive.
Yeah, for what it is,
Yeah,
but it's good.
It's very good.
Another good place. I do like Panda Inn. I'm not gonna lie. I love Panda Inn, the restaurant, and I do like New Moon in
Crescent.
Montrose.
What about where we
My
went? Where did we go?
when? Oh, okay.
Lou's.
Mama Lou's in Monterey Park.
Oh my God!
Ghetto, but very good. Very authentic.
If you don't know, my wife is born and raised in Glendale, so she.
I was born in Hollywood, in Hollywood Presbyterian. Okay.
Yeah, okay. But she's in reality born and raised in Glendale. Forget the hospital. They carried her and they brought her ass to Glendale. I'll tell you this right now. Anything outside of Glendale, Burbank, Pasadena, or anything in the nicer areas of the valley is ghetto for Luisa. So let's
Oh, God.
take that into the context of this place.
Well, not ghetto, but it was,
Listen, it's in an area where it is the Asian population
Yeah,
and the Hispanic
obviously, yeah.
population are probably
yeah, like it was near San Gabriel. San Gabriel.
Monterey Park is in between East LA and San
I
Gabriel,
guess.
so it's kind of like right on the border. But some of the best Chinese food you will ever have in your life.
Very good. We had these dumplings very similar to Din Tai Fung. Also a good place I do like.
But this place is
But it's
actually
become a
better.
little more mainstream and it's always busy.
I think it's overrated.
It is overrated, but it's good. Those spicy wontons are good.
Listen.
I ate a couple hours ago, but I'm getting hungry. See?
All right, so the plan is very soon, very soon, we're gonna go eat after this. But we wanted to put this podcast. Her and I was gonna do this solo, originally, but she said, "You know what? Let me come with you." And for a long time, you've asked me to come,
Yeah.
and I always kind of brushed it off. Well, she's here and she'll come again,
I will.
obviously, because I think she feels comfortable having these type of conversations. And we will have more guests down the line where she will probably even host some of these, actually. Lost in Hollywood is not just with Levon Muradian.
It's
Lost in
Luisa
Hollywood.
Ter-Adamyan.
It's Luisa Muradian.
Luisa Ter-Adamyan. I didn't change my last name. We're rare. There's too many Muradians out there.
I swear, you see this microphone is going up right now?
All right. Yes, by
marriage,
I'm a Muradian.
as she should be. She should be proud, and she should be singing the praises songs of all the Muradians that have come before her. So the plan is this. I think this show is going to be a universal show. I will have many guests on with myself. Luisa will have maybe a few guests with herself, the female version of Lost in Hollywood.
Oh boy.
Which is, I think, a much more interesting conversation, as long as it's better than that one lady, that influencer chick from Las Vegas. I don't know, and her sister.
Oh my gosh.
Banana, whatever the hell her name is. Listen, when we were on our way to Las Vegas, it was you know what they say? If you ever go on TikTok, they say, you know what? They should make podcasting equipment much more expensive for people to be able to.
But anybody can podcast. People have a good time.
Yeah, that's true. But the podcast was about an underage girl trying to get into the clubs in Las Vegas and talking to celebrities because I guess following the footsteps of her sister, she's more youthful, obviously. So she's more free. The older sister is in a relationship, whatever. I'm happy for them. I'm not hating on them, but there is some podcasts out there that.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's also porn stars sitting and talking about how they took a D in their butt. Mind you, I know who's gonna watch this episode, so I'm keeping it very PG-13. There's porn star podcasts out there. There's scumbag podcast. There's sugar baby podcast. There's an OnlyFans podcast, and there's only one Lost in Hollywood podcast, and we're here.
Your wheels.
And one of the best guests that I've had here, and I'm happy that she's here with me.
Me too. I'm happy to be here.
And
thank you for inviting me. So what else do you want to talk about?
Well, I wasn't going to sign this off. Just that. You want me to sign off? Do you want us to sign off?
No, I said, so what else do you want to talk about?
You tell me. What should we bring up? Tell me. What's on your mind? I mean, you could be a great host.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's your daddy podcast? Maybe she'll make a couple of $100 million.
Oh, don't I wish. I'm not a podcaster, but
well, you have the opportunity to do all that.
Here. Yeah.
You have the keys to the kingdom here.
Levon, what's my favorite color?
Emerald green.
Very true.
Here we go. Look at this. You see this test? This used to be like a Vogue magazine test in the magazines. If you guys remember Vogue magazine, every housewife or middle class housewife, they look at Vogue mag. Okay, and then wait a minute. What's my favorite color?
Black.
That's accurate.
Or blue? Black.
What color blue?
What color blue?
Light blue or darker?
Dark blue.
Are you saying that I'm a fan of darker colors?
Yeah, you do like darker colors, which is fine. I love emerald green. I think it's a very pretty color.
That's why she married me. My eyes are.
Oh, yeah, they're emeralds.
Ting. Yeah. Anything else? What's the other question?
Who is my favorite celebrity crush currently? Well, I don't have really celebrity crushes, but
that young man is no longer a young man. All right. The guy with the big little head, big ears.
That's
Usher.
messed up. Usher. Okay, guys. I used to really like Usher when I was in middle school. Back then, when we used to have binders, I don't know if kids these days even use binders, but I used to have his like poster that was in remember those magazine cutouts?
Oh, it's like a trifold that opens up?
Kind of. And I put it in my clear like binder thing, and I used to have that in there.
The Mead $2 binder.
Yeah.
Where it was a white or black, the binder.
I think mine was white.
Yeah, see all the Armenian guys.
Papka.
The papka, yeah, that means a folder.
Yeah.
And it was a little binder, and Armenian guys had a cross and an image of Tupac Shakur. When I was in high school, it was Tupac Shakur.
Or a cross or a rosary type of thing with like the praying hands.
Praying hands. You had Tupac. You had actually Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs. Wake up, wake up.
First of the month is right around the corner, by the way. It's about 5 days away from here. Oh, okay. What's your next question?
What's my favorite food? Well, Armenian food.
Hold on. Don't cut me off. Relax.
Specifically.
All right. Armenian food. I mean, most people would say it's a multicultural food, but yes,
All
it is
right.
Armenian. It's dolma.
I love dolma with the cabbage.
The cabbage, the grape. She's not a fan of the grape leaf.
I'll eat it still with like lebni,
So most
but
people call that sarma.
sarma. Yes, it's sarma.
But, well, some people would correct me, and I'm sure it maybe in the comments when I post this, is it sarma or is it still dolma, even though it's wrapped in grape leaves? In certain parts of Eastern Europe, certain parts of the Middle East, it's called sarma. So you guys tell me. You guys could vote somewhere around here. Grape leaves, not marijuana.
No, it's
I'm talking about
sarma.
grape leaves with meat in it, or the rice with the onion. That's more.
That's
Middle East.
different. That's sara dolmaya iti. Sara sarma.
It is sarma still.
Or whatever. I don't know. It's colder. It's like an appetizer. So no, that's different.
Anyway, yeah, sarma is her favorite. Okay, what's my favorite Armenian food?
Damn, your favorite Armenian food.
You see how
Wait.
you guys see?
Do you like Monty?
Yes.
It's Monty, but I don't know if that's your favorite food.
No.
Your favorite is it chorovat?
Chorovad is
Yeah,
my favorite.
chorovad.
Armenian barbecue is my all-time
Yeah.
favorite thing. You know, it's not even about the meat. It's not about even the food. It's about the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you guys a breakdown of the experience of an Armenian barbecue situation like me and Chef Arthur had here many years ago. We talk about, it's about family. It's about having a good time. It's about having conversations, having a few laughs. You might learn something. You might get upset about something. But you know you're going to end up getting a nice piece of meat with a nice little drinky poo.
Poo.
And I just said drinky poo because she's the one who used to say
I say poos a lot.
poos like a little kid. And we have a doggy poo here who's getting a little anxious.
She wants to get out of here.
Soon. We're almost done. So chorovats, the whole aspect of chorovats is, you know, throughout the years as I've grown in your family, I've helped your dad a lot outside.
Yeah, grilling.
And even marinating a lot of the different meats and stuff like that. Her mother likes the way I marinate Korean barbecue. Which this coming week I'm going to end up making, but I don't think I've had this amount of Armenian barbecue in my life.
Yeah, my family likes to hang out a lot together, and I mean that's great. So when we get together with like my cousins and aunts and uncles and such, we always do barbecue, chorovats. It random, doesn't have to be a birthday, doesn't have to be a holiday. Once a month, we like to get together and just have a good time. I mean, isn't that what it's all about? Family time.
The whole process.
Yeah, it's a process.
You know what comes? Go to lostinhollywood.com to hear this episode and any of the first season's episodes because there's a lot more coming.
Yeah.
Me by myself. Luisa might be here again. You're going to find a very interesting character here very, very soon, meaning I should try to make this as weekly as possible. So lostinhollywood.com at @lost_in_Hollywood on Instagram if you're an Instagrammer. And we'll see you very, very shortly. I'm Levon Muradian. And this is Lost in Hollywood. And this is Luisa Ter-Adamyan, a.k.a. Luisa Muradian.
And Ellie.
And Ellie the girl.
Ellie the girl.